Tell me a little bit about your journey that you've gone through in the past several years.
Well, my kidneys were damaged from a medical procedure. So I basically I collapsed at work and then woke up 3 days later on a dialysis machine. I had never heard the word dialysis, so that was definitely terrifying. I was really sick for the first year, and then, I had doctor after doctor telling me that I needed to get my affairs in order and that it was just a matter of time. And I don't operate that way. I got healthy and got back to running and doing everything that I wanted to do, including going back to school, which I did graduate from UCF. I work very closely with Bill Hahn. Actually, I originally started working with Rich Stalick with the National Kidney Foundation, and then working with Bill with the Cocoa Beach Kidney Walk, which is a passion of mine. So through that, I knew that becoming a social worker is what I wanted to do. I lasted on dialysis almost 9 years until last December when I had a seizure at school, and then things just went downhill very quickly. And it was necessary that I get a transplant.
How have the folks at the Kidney Foundation helped?
They've been amazing. Dr. Warren is really the one who I spoke with that gave me that push to go ahead and go through with the transplant, because I was just terrified of it. Unfortunately, when you do research on Google, you don't always get the positive stuff. The research I was getting was the negative things, and I worked as a patient advocate for a while and also saw with my own eyes a lot of horror stories. Unfortunately, I didn't take into account that they weren't taking the best care of themselves. Really, when you get a transplant, it has everything to do with how you take your meds, what your nutrition is, hydrating the kidney. You have to get on your feet and move. You have to have a positive outlook. You just have to keep going. No matter how bad things are, you have to put one foot in front of the other and decide that it's going to be okay. The people at the transplant team at Florida Hospital have actually been one of the greatest support system for me, medical-wise, and what I would call cheerleaders. Always there to answer the questions that I have, no matter how ridiculous they might be, because I tend to ask a lot of questions, and some doctors may get annoyed at that, but they never ever do. If anything, I think they are happy that I'm so inquisitive. Okay, maybe they do get a little annoyed, but they never give me a hard time, so.
Yeah. Looking back, you mentioned that you kind of put it off to the side and fought through it and even finished schooling. Tell me a little bit about that.
I put myself on hold so that I could get my bachelor's through UCF, and I went up and down. I would have a year of greatness, 3 months of sickness, and in my mind I thought, I can do the 3 months of sickness. I can do the 3 days on dialysis. A year of greatness is okay, but you don't realize your limitations where you can't travel out of the country. You have to plan everything in advance, and really, your body can only handle so much. So my body was telling me a long time ago that I needed this, but I was just so determined to graduate that I did exactly that. And it was almost like, because December was my graduating semester, that's when I had the grand mal seizure, and I was like, okay, you've graduated, now it's time to get the transplant. So
looking back, would you do it differently?
Absolutely.
You would get it done immediately?
Absolutely. The fear of the unknown has always been my biggest fear, because I'm a creature of habit. I eat the same things, I do the same things. I'm just change is scary for anybody, but you know, when you wake up on dialysis and you don't know what it is and you don't know how you got there, you learn to adapt. So changing everything else and flipping your whole world upside down again was just fear. And I realize that now. So I would absolutely do everything different. I would have come off of that machine as soon as I could.
And encouraging others who have similar conditions, or you know, in the future they might have something. You know, get it done early, and not wait. In a way.
Absolutely. It is a. To answer your question, I would absolutely encourage everyone to just, you know, take the leap of faith and go through with it. Because you're just surviving on dialysis, you're not actually living. It's holding you back. It is actually controlling your life. I thought I was controlling my life, but it was a complete opposite.
Going forward, you know, what are your plans for the future?
Well, I've already been accepted into UCF's master's program for social work. So my plan is to finish my master's degree and then work with renal patients. Eventually, I would love to be a social worker at Florida Hospital Transplant or another transplant hospital.
Now the procedure itself, you're doing all right, but you want to get back on your feet, on a board.
On a surfboard, on a paddleboard, on a motorcycle. My boyfriend and I are going to build my first custom bike as soon as I'm strong enough to do it. I have a rescue dog who is a pit bull mix, and I love to run in the mornings, and I can't wait to do that again, because up until December I was running every morning 3 to 5 miles. So yeah, that's definitely my major goals.
So in about a year you'll be back on your feet full time.
Oh yeah, I'm a very determined young lady, so I always believe if you want something bad enough, you just got to work hard enough, and I plan on working my butt off to get it.
I think that's it. Anything else you have to mention?
You gonna go out to the surf contest?
The Surf Fest?
Surf Fest.
Absolutely. It's next weekend.
Labor Day weekend at Cocoa
Labor Day
Beach Pier.
weekend, the Surf Fest. It is the. What's it called?
That's okay.
No, it's Rich Salick.
Rich Day Pro-Am Surf
Festival.
Labor Day Surf Festival, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there with a mask and sunscreen.
Looking for a wave in the shade.
Yeah.
Tell a little bit about the event that you're going to be attending in the near future. You know, just getting out of the house and enjoying your passion.
Well, I'm going to be helping Bill Hahn this year with the Cocoa Beach Kiddie Walk, as I have, for a couple years now. But
Of which
I'm
she's
gonna be
a coach. She's the co-chair now.
Yes, I have been promoted to co-chair this year, so. And that's in May, Mother's Day weekend.
Okay.
So I'm working up to that. I don't know how that works, and honestly, I tried to get some information about my donor. I know that there are HIPAA laws that protect that. I do know that she was a young female, and so as we were all praying for me, I made sure that everybody stopped and prayed for the donor family, because there's somebody out there that lost somebody that they loved, and they're hurting. And I think that's been one of the hardest things for me to deal with, is knowing that somebody had to lose their life so that I could live. I mean, I guess that's just how my heart works.